All right, let's talk about pee for a second.
I don't wanna.
Oh, well, we're going to. So we were just talking about pee and probably how much you ingest or at least are around on a daily basis. And that got us onto a topic. So how do you feel about pee, Cameron?
Well, not great. If I could remove like one thing about being a human that would make me more efficient, it would probably be removing the ability to relieve
need.
myself.
The
The
need
to
the
relieve
necessity.
myself, right? To use the restroom. Because think about how efficient that would be. If I could just like, I don't know, like it like just all of the energy that you don't use is just dispelled out of your pores, just goes into the air.
You're just constantly walking around smelling like a fart and
Not
piss.
like that. No, like you remove like whatever digestive gases make things smell yucky.
Yeah.
I just want it to come out of my body like a nice floral aroma.
Okay, well that's fair. I think there are way better things to like get rid of as the human, like
Isn't
sleep.
that sweat, by the way?
That is sweat. Yeah, that is true. That is sweat.
But
Oh, by the
think
way,
about
wait,
like air, like aerosol.
Yeah, like you're just like, what if you just like dispersed like one of those Febreze like timer things in the room?
Yeah.
You just,
I just
randomly.
dispel all of my waste products out of my pores. But it's a nice
I think
little,
that's worse.
It's a nice little fragrant like pine breeze. you know?
Okay, like if you could choose your fragrance, maybe, but like
Yeah.
no.
Choose your fragrance.
No, but definitely like you can't do that. You're just going to be walking around smelling like a fart all day. I will still say that I think getting rid of the necessity of sleep would be more effective than that.
I would so do that.
And me too. Absolutely.
I think it would make you more efficient.
Oh, 100%.
But at the same time, I just hate the act of using the restroom.
Okay,
You know?
I love a good shit, bro. Like I love pooping. Like I
We
like
have kind of touched on this.
yeah,
in the
I think
past.
we have. No, I love pooping. Like it's a wonderful experience when you.
It
Okay,
can be.
It can be. And on that topic, eat more greens, guys. You need more fiber. I promise you, you'll have the best bowel movements of your life.
We've
It's
talked about
wonderful.
poop already on the pod.
Yeah, so we won't go into that anymore, like too much more. But like, yes, it's a nice experience.
Wyatt just pulled up an article saying that men on average spend about 855 days of their life using the restroom.
What the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, well, I would say that no matter how much or how little time you're taking in there, it's probably about accurate. And
okay.
even that, right? Because obviously you spend like a third of your life sleeping or whatever.
Right.
I'll take another year.
800. That's like 3 years.
That's
almost
2.5. Yeah, pretty close.
It's almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Let's be real. 855 days, like they're definitely in there jerking off. Like, let's be real.
Probably.
Because what does using the bathroom consist of? Right? Is it like
Yeah, who are they like pulling for this study?
right? Could it be just like peeing, pooping? What about puking? Right? What if you're in there jerking off? Right? That's using the bathroom, using
Kind
the
of.
facilities.
I wouldn't say that it has to be like jerking off. Like I sit on the bathroom and play games. Like that's the only time I get on my phone to play games.
You
is
got
when I'm in the
that.
bathroom.
You got your Nintendo Switch out on your lap.
Yeah,
I could sit there
exactly.
for about 10 minutes, already be done, and still playing games. You get focused on other things.
10 minutes on top of the time you've spent using the facilities.
Yeah.
Okay. So the same article, why it still has it up, this infographic also breaks down those 855 or so days with time being divided between showering, drying hair, styling,
see,
whatever.
see.
So I think it is kind of broad.
Okay, that's quite a big one.
Absolutely. But that being said, like, I mean, I can shower in like 2 minutes if need be. but,
Military
like,
shower style?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, just in case, before we get too far down the pee hole,
The urethra.
ooh, if Wyatt sounds a bit different on this episode of the pod, it's because we also have another sit-in.
Yay.
Yeah, welcome Gage.
Hi.
Wait. Is it this one, Wyatt? Welcome Gage. No, it's not that one.
Am I a joke to you?
Yes.
Let's try that again. I think it's this one. Nope.
Nope, that is my welcome song now.
Nope.
There it is. You gotta hold it. Welcome, Gage. We're so happy
Oh
to
my
have you here.
god.
Okay. That's enough.
Yeah.
Yes, hi, Gage. So happy to have you. I love you.
Yeah.
Love you too, Josh.
OG friend of
you
the
do.
pod.
Yes.
My cousin,
Yeah.
for anyone who doesn't know. So we go way back.
Way to the back.
As far back as you can clap back.
Clap back. But I ain't no.
Holla back girl.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
So What are your thoughts on pee? Since you asked me.
Okay, so yeah, because we kind of went around like before we started recording, we were kind of discussing fetishes, stuff like that. And one of my friends and coworkers asked me like, hey, like if your girl wanted to pee on you, like, what are your thoughts? I don't really feel strongly about it either way. Like, I wouldn't be mad if it happened. Like, I prefer
might be.
I would prefer the setting to be like in the shower or something. But like, I can't say it's like a fetish. Like it's like, oh, I'm gonna get on my knees and you're gonna pee on me. That being said, whatever. And so
Completely fair.
yeah, I'm not against it. Like, but like, I'm not like into it. It's like I kind of feel the same about feet. Like, I'll suck a toe. I'll suck a toe, but like, I'm not gonna be like, put your toe in my mouth.
I will say, okay, I've come around on feet. I've come on feet. No, I've
Whoa.
I've come around on feet.
Okay.
Because
whoa.
because I
Cameron.
used to be like staunchly against them.
Yeah.
Right? I used to joke that if I was like dictator of the world, my first edict would be to cut off everyone's feet and replace them with prosthetics. Right.
Yeah.
Just because, in general, feet are gross. Right.
I
Just
disagree.
as a broad term. Right. As a broad generalization, I guess. Because if you're barefoot, even in your own home, if you like see the bottom of those things after a long day, they're black, they're brown, they're not good looking.
Yeah.
My feet have probably touched bare floor a total of 3 times this entire year because I'm just always wearing like socks or slippers or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I don't trust most people's feet.
Sure.
And I'm not into them by any means, but at the same time, I'm more indifferent to them now. Like if I'm with a romantic sexual partner of any kind, I expect to know where those feet have been. You know
absolutely. Well, I think that's kind of the same thing that you got to kind of take it in stride, right? Like,
what I'm saying? Is that a foot pun?
no, I didn't. That was on accident. That was completely on accident, but that's fucking hilarious. I mean, it's like one of those things, it's like you're not going to, well, maybe some people will do this, but like you're not going to stick that toe in your foot or in your mouth.
Stick that toe in your foot.
Stick that toe in your foot. Stick that toe in your mouth, like after they've been, walking around all day.
But
like
that is some people's goal.
Yeah, well, that's gross.
Okay.
That's gross. Well, but here's the thing. Okay, real quick. I know you want to say something, Cameron, but that's true of anything, right? Like you can make any sexual act really fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. But before we get too far, because I want to circle back to P, I don't want us to lose the plot here.
Yeah.
There was I can't remember if it's on his old channel or his new. There's a phenomenal YouTuber by the name of Andrew Callahan, right? All Gas No Breaks or Channel 5.
Yeah.
He was in, I think it was Miami. It was somewhere in Florida. And this dude will literally pay women at clubs to like suck their toes, like their bare feet after they've been like dancing on the club.
See,
like
and
the
like
club floor.
See, now that's
That's
where
terrible.
Well,
Yeah.
it's absolutely awful.
It's vile.
But like, and that right? Like that's the thing, because it's like the same concept. It's like sucking dick or going down on somebody, right? It's like prime time to do that shit is like after a shower, right?
All
after
I'm saying
they
is
get
though,
clean.
as much as I wish it were, my dick is not dragging the ground picking up dirt all day.
No, that's very valid, and I'm not like again like that's why I say like I'm not like I'm not crazy with it, because I'm not gonna stick your toe in my mouth if you're like all sweaty and dirty and shit. No, like
Yeah, pretty
go
gross.
get in the shower, and like right after the shower or whatever, you're clean. Maybe you spent like the whole day home with socks on, whatever.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
maybe
You can stick your whole
like,
foot in my ass at that point.
dude,
See,
right?
I kind of think if it wouldn't be so bad if you could wash your feet as frequently as you could wash your hands. Like hands.
Why
and
can't
feet-
you?
It's just less convenient.
Yeah.
It's 100% less convenient, but like maybe we should normalize that. Having like one of those spa things that you put your feet in and just like.
I think
you
that
know
would
what I
make the topic a lot better. Of
Yeah.
maybe sucking a toe.
Well, this was back in the day whenever feet were a lot grimier on average, but like back in like you would call them like biblical times essentially. Back in like those days when everyone was
Yeah.
wearing like sandals.
Yeah.
They would have
Oh,
like
that's
cisterns.
absolute-
Yeah, they would
Well-
have cisterns. That's like in the Bible they talk about like Jesus washing people's feet. right?
Exactly.
It's because that
It's a
was a huge deal back in those days.
It's a show of
culturally.
respect.
Exactly.
And it still is in like Eastern countries like India and stuff. Like, I mean, and actually how I learned this was because of, and like actually thinking about it kind of like, okay, hold on. I'll get there.
Okay, this is a good time for me to interject while Josh gathers
No,
himself.
it's okay.
Josh has a very, very weak gag reflex. Just certain thoughts will trigger that gag reflex.
Is that what happened?
That's absolutely what happened. Like I almost gagged like 2 times
I'm surprised it's taken us this many episodes on the pod for it to come
to
out.
address.
Yeah.
Well, no, I've gagged a couple times thinking about. I feel like I have. I must have by now.
I'm the one that listens through these episodes, and I haven't noticed any. Not that come through audibly or that we've addressed.
Well, I really got to like say this without really thinking about it because like so it was you remember the like Wild Boys, you know, with Steve-O and that one
course.
guy. I don't remember what his name is.
the other man.
The
Everyone
other-
only remembers Steve-O.
Absolutely. But the like Wild Boys, and they went to like India or whatever, and like people don't really bathe regularly there. At least not all of them, but there's some that don't. And again, it's still considered a very high respect to like either wash people's feet or to lick them, like and kiss them and stuff.
I think kiss, not lick. I don't think licking feet is ever like a sign of respect.
I'm pretty sure it is. Wyatt, look that up. But like, yeah. So anyway, they go to India and they find this guy who's like a really like, you know, he's an old man, does not wash, and he's been walking on his bare feet for like however many years, and it's disgusting. Like his feet are like so bad, and they're like, we're gonna show our respect by licking the bottom of his foot, and like literally just like straight up and like I'm
Okay.
trying so hard not to gag right now, but like you can imagine, you can see where this goes, and
Yes.
like absolutely vile, right? Like and like it's so disgusting. So like that shit right there, not okay, not okay.
Yes.
Shout out Steve-O, by the way.
What a G.
What a G.
And before we circle back, because I have not forgotten,
P.
yes, one of the other notable times that you have really had to contain your gag reflex is also a Jackass moment. So it's Steve-O again.
Wait, which one was it?
It was the.
Oh no, don't say it.
Okay.
No, I already. Oh, well, if you want to say it, you can. But
I'm
like,
going to.
It's gonna make me gag.
Okay, so we're gonna let Josh compose himself, and I'm gonna tell this story to Gage really quick because I
Okay.
think I
No.
sent this
Oh my
video
God.
to you, Gage. I can't remember if I just sent it to like some of our other friends or if I did send it to
It's
you.
vile,
But
It's
it was a Jackass
disgusting.
moment.
It's.
It's the
I'm trying so hard not to gag
This
right
is
now
my
because
favorite thing.
I already know.
I'm
I
so
don't-
excited to get some video content going because I don't have a weak gag reflex. I would consider my gag reflex relatively strong. Like I can't remember the last time I've actually like retched at something. So I'm excited to see that dichotomy on film whenever we start recording. But it's the Fat Man sweatsuit where the Jackass crew has a fat dude run in like one of those trash
I
bag
don't know what his name
sweatsuits.
is, but he's one of the cast.
Yes. And I can't remember who either. I know Johnny Knoxville. I know that one dude that died, and I don't even know his
Ryan
name.
Dunn
Yeah, and then I know Steve-O.
and Bam.
But
But he's not really a part of the Jackass crew anymore.
fair. Yeah, you're right. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Uncomfortable.
I digress.
Anyway,
So it's where they have him run on a treadmill in like one of those trash bag sweatsuits, and then they wring it out into a cup.
There's no way.
And Steve-O, and they get like right around like the ass, like the asshole.
Why?
Stop it.
Because they're
Stop
insane.
it. I'm actually gagging. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but like
I heard one of them.
Yeah, and
Dude,
Steve-O
it's so
projectile
bad.
vomits as
Yeah.
soon as it touches his mouth.
I can imagine because that's the like sweat is so vile that it's not even supposed to be like reused in any distill.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not good.
awful. It's
Yeah.
awful,
And
dude.
I remember whenever Josh was the one that pulled that video up to show me because
and
I had never
literally
seen
couldn't,
it,
I couldn't watch it.
and I was the one that was just sitting there like I'm like, oh, that's yucky, but
Oh, gross.
I'm very glad that I'm not one of those people that whenever I hear someone else gag, I start gagging.
I think that's the funniest thing. I
funny.
do it out of chaos.
I would love to, but one of us has to keep the shit on the rails whenever
Yeah, dude.
Josh starts freaking out. Like,
Well, and it's only specific things that can do that. Like, but like, it is one of my like. I don't know if it would really be a talent, but like, it's one of my superpowers. Like, where I can just throw up at any moment.
I think that's called a weakness, Josh. You
I
have a
don't think
weakness.
so. No, because like there are animals that do it. That like it's like you start coming to
As a-
attack me, and I just
the defense
and then run away.
tactic, yeah.
Exactly, and like exactly, it's a defense tactic. I'm just gonna like
You just start thinking of Steve-O drinking sweat. And you're,
yeah,
get away.
and literally get into a street fight, and I'm just like,
I was just about to
Like,
say,
and then I
if
turn
anyone
around and
tries to run up on us in public, I'll just be like, Josh.
break them.
Oh, that's so vile.
awful.
Okay,
It's
P.
awful.
I want to hear your thoughts because you're essentially saying that you're indifferent to it for the
Yeah.
most part.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink it.
And I kind of mentioned feet, right? But I want to reiterate that my point stands twofold with P. Not that I'm indifferent, but that I'm still staunchly
Wait,
against it.
1 second.
Oh, okay.
Did you find the answer on like the beliefs of like licking feet and stuff in the East?
It was kissing feet.
Okay.
Fuck
so,
you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine.
All I got when I looked up, like, what does it mean if someone licks your feet in the
You might have a fetish.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Just like everything was just like
It's okay.
Fetish is this, fetish is that.
It's okay to have fetishes.
It is kissing. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
a
I
sign of being
figured. Like, of
submissive.
course, it's going to be Steve-O who takes it to just the nth degree.
Did you just Google like Indian people licking feet for your first Google search? You're like, oh, that's not where I meant to stumble upon.
Yeah.
I hate you, Wyatt. I hate the faces that you're
Okay.
making
Anyway,
right now.
so you're saying
Staunchly against P in a sexual manner because this is one of those things where I'm not really here to yuck anyone's yum, but I'm still here to judge. I can judge. This is my podcast.
sure
Uh, This is my podcast in part. It is still my podcast. I'm not excluding you. I'm not just saying it's solely mine. I'm just saying I am an owner of this podcast.
I own 51% of this podcast, so this is mine.
I did supply the water, so
Which is
The
awful.
terrible water.
It is. Not
okay,
good
okay,
water.
okay. Anyway, it'll soon be pee, so don't worry about it.
It's true. It's true.
But waste products do not belong in any sort of sexual situation. In my humble opinion, obviously, I can't do anything about anyone else using waste products in a sexual manner, but that's it's a mental disorder at that point. Like I am not someone who for lack of a better term kink shames very often.
yeah.
But waste products are meant to be waste for a reason.
And
like you get rid of them, they're gone.
specifically scat, like I 100% agree. Like that is just absolutely disgusting. Like it's awful. Like ugh.
It's just gross. It doesn't matter how consensual something is. It's just yucky. Like
Well-
that's it.
I would. Pee is one of those things. As long as it's like I'm okay with it. I'm neutral, like Josh. As long as it's head and below area. Like you're not peeing on my face, but
I
Well,
think that's
if
also
you wanted
fair.
to
so neck
pee
and
on my
below,
leg, yeah.
neck and below.
like shoulders and below, like
you
even
go.
like getting up there where the
Nah,
splash zone.
don't get
could
it in my
maybe
facial hair.
get-
Don't get
like,
it in my facial
There's a
hair.
splash zone on the neck, so it's got to be
Yeah,
shoulder
that's fair.
below.
That's
Like
fair.
as long as you can keep it down there,
Whatever.
I think I'd be okay with it. Like
Well-
if that's really what they want to do, okay.
So here's also my thought on it, and like why like it doesn't really bug me too much, because like squirt, like what the fuck is that? Like you're telling me there's no pee in that? I don't
Listen,
believe
man.
you. I don't
I'm not
believe you.
saying that there's 0% pee in other female discharge. Wyatt is currently Googling
What's in squirt. You're gonna find two like it's gonna be cut down the middle. Like half of them will be like there's no pee in squirt, and then the other half will be like there's definitely pee in squirt.
No,
I,
I
bet
think
you
that
it's a
like,
diet.
I think
Diet would just like come.
I
Yeah,
think
like
that
jizz,
scientifically,
like jizz, it
people have
depends.
come around to the fact that, any sort of like vaginal discharge is some pee at
Like
least.
it has
right?
to have a little bit. Right?
Absolutely. But regardless of that, different because if you're in the heat of the moment, it is. Because if you're in the heat of the moment and that is an involuntary reaction, I'm totally okay with it.
Well-
right? Because that's almost something that you can't control, or at least some people can't control.
No,
Depends.
and you're right, but here's the thing. But yeah, and you can kind of control it because you can stop yourself a little bit. But like, all I can say
are you an avid squirt controller, Josh?
So all I've said or all I've seen is that like I have seen some like women talk about it and they're like, this is how you squirt, right? And
Yes.
a lot of them say like when it feels like you're about to pee, don't stop. Okay,
I hate it.
I hate it too.
That's a dangerous game. I feel like.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm
But like
saying.
that's what they all say. Like if you ever like cuz like if you ever see any woman talk about it and like they want to teach you how to squirt, they always say when it feels like you're about to pee, don't stop.
Wyatt, Google squirt tutorials right now.
Do it.
Okay.
He's uncomfortable.
Is this it? Is this all we have to say about pee? Wyatt, how do you feel about pee? We want to get your opinion. He says no. Wyatt, take the mic.
No, so I think he's saying no. Like I don't want to like talk about it.
No
or
pee. No pee.
No pee.
That's
at
what
all?
I mean. I mean. No
Thank you.
pee.
I'm glad someone's
all.
in my corner here.
Um,
We're in the no pee zone.
Also,
The no. Wait. The no splash zone.
no splat. No, none at all.
Zero splash.
I just think about it and it makes me sick. Like,
Oh yeah.
like you were going earlier about like
Sweat?
gagging.
yeah. Like
That's where it puts me right in that
with
close.
pee. I don't think pee is that bad. And I have a real big problem with like bodily discharges, like vomit, like mucus.
You cannot handle vomit.
No, it's like so like vomit, sweat, like well, not even just not like really sweat, like because I don't know, like I'll lick the sweat off of like off of a girl's body, you know what I mean?
Josh
But,
is
like,
married, by the way. He just
Yeah.
has any girls, you know.
well, because like I
girls
just
is a broad.
as it well because like I
He's
like
speaking in a mindset of sexual.
exactly like I don't want to like obviously I am married, right? So like obviously I'm not gonna like I'm not
Just be licking random bitches.
absolutely. It's just like I also
Here,
I
wait.
also
Gage, you don't have a mic right now. We cannot hear you.
it's true. You're kind of hard to hear.
Josh is speaking for the corner that people care about.
Yeah,
Not
it's
the corner.
splash zone.
Yeah, exactly. And also, like, so I am married, right? And so I know my wife, and my wife gets so uncomfortable whenever I talk about like any kind of sexual act in any regards between like the two of us. So like, I'm keeping it broad because I know that she would like
Hey, fair enough.
be uncomfortable with that.
Respect.
Yeah,
We like
so anyway, yes, I will definitely like lick the sweat off, but like in the way that Steve-O did it is one. It's a fat man. I'm not into fat men. All right, it's just not my cup of tea.
Fair.
All right, I'm not attracted to you. I'm sorry. It's also the like.
It's not your cup of sweat.
Yeah, thank you. But it was also like the quantity of it, dude. It just I don't want to think about it anymore. But like yeah, so like
You're the one talking about it.
I know. So vomit, mucus, shit, awful, disgusting shit, and even like spit. Like
He's really holding back some
I'm
gags
trying,
right now.
dude. Like because it's like even like spit, like the act of spitting, just disgusting. Like it grosses me out. Like don't
not
spit in my
great.
mouth. Don't spit in my mouth.
Yeah?
I don't care. Don't spit on my face.
Oh my god.
Like I'll let you pee on me. Maybe not on my face. I'm with Gage there. Not on my face. Don't pee on my face. But like don't spit on my fucking face. Like I'm not into that. That's disgusting.
See, and I've been spit on and vice versa.
Fucking spit roasted, you whore.
Dude,
Yeah.
all I'm saying. Anyway.
And I'm not. And that's only towards Cameron. If you like getting spit roasted, hey, more power to you. Let
Well,
your,
thanks. Yeah, thanks
let
for the
your
disclaimer.
let your freak flag fly. I'm a huge.
Fleek flag fly.
I'm a huge advocate for that.
Okay, so we have everyone's pee opinions. Wyatt, what were we going to say?
I was gonna say I did look it up, and squirt is the same.
Not the orange
soft
soda.
drink.
Not the orange soda.
The orange soda. It's the same stuff as pre-cum.
But in a woman.
Well, now what consists of pre-cum, right? Like,
well,
what
that's
pre-cum?
partially semen.
what
and
if
I
I-
know that
well,
women ain't producing semen.
so
that's
it-
true. Don't look at me like that.
Yeah, but why'd you say it like that? Like, because women can
But
have
it comes-
pre-cum too.
So it comes from different glands.
Like,
But I'm saying that our pre-cum.
yeah, that. Well, I
I
don't
think
think we're
manly
squirting.
pre-cum.
Well, I guess men do kind of squirt, don't we?
Wow.
Don't we? But like, that's not what we're talking about. But then you have to like see that just brings up more questions, right?
I think I'm
Like-
just never gonna have sex again. Is what I'm learning.
Oh.
I think I'm done. I think I'm done having
I'm out.
sex.
I'm out.
Wait,
there's
so,
too much.
So now that we're still on the subject, right before you guys sign off,
Are we signing off?
what are your not
the episode,
get your
ding
finger
dong.
away from
Oh,
the button.
I thought that was like why it's like okay guys that's
Okay,
it time to
no.
wrap it up.
No, I
This
got
is the
questions.
30-minute piss episode.
All right,
No.
anyway, go
It's
ahead.
not even 30 minutes yet.
No, damn.
What do you feel on like threesomes or something like
Oh.
that? What are you guys' feelings? on
Hey,
those?
two's a party or two's a crowd,
Nope.
three's a party. I don't know.
That's not even close to the same.
I knew what I wanted to say, but I just could not execute on it.
Eventually, we will talk about every sexual act under the sun on this podcast. Not all of them will be an entire episode long.
No.
I don't think this one will be either. Doesn't matter. I don't care.
What kind of threesomes are we talking? Are we talking about the Devil's Three-Way? 2 guys, 1 girl? Or are we talking about 2 girls, 1 guy? Like, what are we thinking?
For me personally, I'm too competitive, and I feel like being defeated against another guy, like, because you have the direct comparison. Another guy could definitely tell
So-
if he's being outpaced by another guy.
That's
I
fair.
feel like
That
that
is
would
true.
tear me down too much.
Well, see, that's where I think you gotta have a homie. You gotta be like somebody on the same wavelength, and you're like, cool, we got this, and we're like,
Yes, you're tag teaming.
right?
We're like
you're
a
tag
wrestling
teaming.
duo.
I'm too competitive. I would try and updo you every time. I don't care how
Okay.
homie we get.
Well, I mean, that's fair.
Gage, are you telling me that we couldn't do this?
No.
It just keeps escalating and escalating. You guys just keep raising the bar, and then the girl's
girl's
just there.
dead by the end.
Absolutely,
She's
And
dead
you're like-
fully.
And then I can just imagine you looking down at the girl and then looking over at Gage, and he's just like, "Well, I'm not fucking done. Are you done? Like, fuck you. I'm
I'd be
still
sitting there
going."
ripping dry sweat off of it, dude. I'd be like, I don't care. It tore 3 hours ago. We're going. I don't care. I'm not the last one.
Dick just fully swollen, red,
Yes.
bleeding. It looks like fucking Rocky in like after fighting Ivan
It's just
Drago.
like, Willie.
He's like, "Well, I can go again. What about you, huh?"
Oh my god, I hate this visual so much. That's so bad.
so I could never do 2 guys. It would be too competitive for me.
Here's my thing.
'Kay.
Is I would have to run like an audition thing before.
We talked about this.
Yeah, we
yes.
have talked about this. As long as his dick's not bigger than mine, like I'm cool with it. Equal to or less than.
I'm pretty sure dick size doesn't matter as long as you know how to use it.
It's not the size of the ship; it's the motion of the ocean.
I'm very confident in that. Obviously, you can't really trust what girls say because every girl has a different opinion.
That's
but
true.
Trust no women.
Well,
That's what Gage just said, just for everyone out there.
it is true. That is
said
actually
trust no
absolutely
woman.
what you. When it comes to dick size, to be fair,
And their pleasurometer.
yeah, every girl's different. You can have different opinions and not be wrong.
Some women love that
So-
micropene.
no, they don't. They don't. That
ladies,
is one
ladies.
that I will say.
I bet you there is girls out there that prefer that because they're
No.
afraid of being hurt, not
No,
because
wait.
of
Oh,
pleasure.
You're talking about a micro penis. Like we're talking like legit micro penis. That is
Like Mike Rowe, the host of Dirty Jobs.
Okay, but
I would fuck Mike Rowe. Are you kidding me? I've got a dirty job for you, Mike Rowe.
Hey yo, I wonder how many times he's used that one. He's probably used that.
Oh yeah,
times.
yeah, or at least girls have, right?
Eventually, I think right now our male to female ratio, as far as listeners go, we still have more women listening. So
Do we actually?
I think we do.
Whoa!
yeah.
Shout out!
So
Shout out to the women. How do you like your penis?
for
Josh is
all
so
no,
turned
that's what
on
I was.
right now.
I'm not.
Wow. Okay. For all of my female friends and for all of our female listeners,
Yes.
chime in whenever this episode goes up. I want some DMs. I want to know if you're comfortable, some sexual preferences, and we'll read them out.
Yeah,
and,
completely anonymously,
yeah.
of course.
No,
Like,
no usernames unless you want your username attached. You,
but
want the clout.
yeah, you fucking slut. Yeah, I like you. I bet you like people to know what you like, huh?
Exactly how you want
Yeah,
it,
you
you
dirty. You dirty. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. I'm done talking about sex. Oh yeah, threesomes.
Well-
I'm done having sex after this, so I have no opinion.
Okay, but I do want to talk about dick size a little bit because
God
like
damn it. Okay.
okay, like I mean we're on the topic, man. Like we don't need to keep talking about it, but like I will say this that I have watched some I've read some articles, I've watched some videos of people talking about it, and truth be told, most women yeah, like I do agree with you. Like they don't like and again I can't speak for this like totally because obviously I'm not a woman. I don't like dick, but they don't like the really large ones like the 8-inch, 9-inch. Because you're right, they can be injured and they can be hurt from it. However, it's easier to like do the right things to pleasure a girl. Like with
yeah, your
with a bigger
floor is a lot
member.
lower when you have a bigger package.
Absolutely. So, like, yeah, there are specific things you can do and all of that, but like, yes, it's easier to do the right things when you have a bigger package.
I also want to point out, I think something that's not talked about very often is girth for a penis.
I thought you were gonna say balls, and I completely agree. Women love the big balls, man, dude. They
Oh
just
my
love
god!
it.
Whenever you, I'm gonna say.
I
No, I'm
actually-
gonna say it. I have to preface because I discussed it myself. I was like, whenever you're feeding the balls inside, you're just like the whole thing. my brain was like, "Don't say that, Cameron," and I was
just
like, "I'm gonna say it anyway."
You just stuff the whole thing in.
Oh my. Well, that's like
Meatloafs.
the old joke where it's
gross.
like I forget what it is. I think it's like Yahoo Answers where it's like I tried using a condom for the first time, but it really hurt whenever I put it over my balls.
I think I have seen that too.
Exactly. Yeah. I do agree with you, Gage. Girth very important because you can
Absolutely.
be hitting those walls a little bit better.
Okay, enough about sex.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm gonna tell you not to listen to this one whenever it goes.
I don't care. I don't care, Mom. You know.
I don't
know.
either. Yeah, I mean, everyone fucks.
Everybody does fuck.
Everybody fucks. It's not
Everybody
a big deal.
fucks. Everybody live it now.
Somebody.
Everybody sucks.
Isn't this also the season for most people to get in relationships?
Cuffing season.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Yeah.
Is that real?
That's a
Yeah.
real thing.
November to
Well,
December is a big season
I
for
would
it.
have figured it would have been February because of Valentine's Day.
That's
bro.
actually the highest breakup month.
Yeah, bro. Because that's whenever you really evaluate. You're like, do you want to be with this
Do I
bitch?
want to be with you? Like, be with me? I don't even want to be with you.
Yeah. So,
That's fair.
Gage is correct. It is huge. It is technically cuffing season. The fall winter months are.
Seasonal depression
Yeah.
hits hard.
Everyone
bro. Nobody
wants
likes be alone.
to spend it with someone.
Plus the New Year's, right? Like nobody wants to spend the New Year's
Yeah,
alone.
you get sentimental during those like kind of special holidays.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess. Yeah.
It's a real thing.
No, I mean I know it's a real thing, and I guess I'm fortunate to have never like really had to like deal with anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, some people are more desperate for relationships than others, you know, and
Codependency.
whenever it comes to like a specific season, they really do become desperate to find someone for the holidays, you know, take someone around for Thanksgiving,
Let's
Christmas,
be real.
whatever.
Let's be real. They just want more presents under that tree. Like they're just gonna like
That's why I'm polygamous, actually.
absolutely for Christmas alone because I like the gifts.
Yeah. But I'm not buying anybody anything.
Fuck no. Well,
Absolutely
actually,
not.
no, Cameron. I know I need to buy you something, and Wyatt, I'll buy you something. too.
Yeah. I mean, it is December now.
I do. I think I should buy you guys something.
I already bought your
I
guys'
know you
Christmas
did, and
gifts.
that's why I wasn't gonna buy you guys shit. And then Cameron, we were talking the other night, and you're like, "Well, I've already got you guys this gift." I'm like,
Cameron's
oh, you know-
love language is gifts, though. That is his favorite thing to do for people.
Really?
And I've talked to him. I'm like, I would prefer not to do gifts, but he's like, too bad.
You know, maybe we
Nobody
should.
has to get me anything though. Like I tell people, like it's literally just to show people because I always try to make my gifts very personalized, right?
Yeah.
So whenever I buy someone something, it usually has to be sentimental in one way or another. Like it has to show that I know you, I know your
Yeah.
interests, whatever it may be. And I've always said to like my romantic partners and pretty much everyone who does get close to me in one way or another, I'm essentially like those penguins that roll like their potential partner's rocks, like little pebbles.
The
you know?
pebbles, yeah, I've
that's
heard
that's
about that.
me. Yeah,
That's hilarious.
That's how I feel.
Well-
because I really enjoy it, and I tell people like I do not expect anything in return, and unlike some people, I really mean it. Because I just want to show my appreciation for those in
Cameron,
my life.
I love you, and so like that. Let's talk about that for a second. Love languages, because it's really important. Communication's important. So that's obviously how you show love. Like, do you know like the best way to like for you to receive like what love language you like? Is it just blowjobs?
I think that's every man's love language to an extent.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, come on, like, dude.
Physical touch is never bad.
Yeah, and see, because like, yeah, physical touch is huge, right? But like, what do you like? This might help any lovely ladies who might be interested in courting you, Cameron. Courting you.
I would say, dude, okay, I have thought about this,
Yeah.
right? And I am not nearly as particular as some people because I do genuinely believe if you have chemistry with someone, even if their love language is different than yours, you can still find ways to connect, right?
I mean, you're right. You're 100% right. But it can definitely cause a lot of issues, and I know because me and my wife have completely different love languages.
Yes.
So it can be a huge obstacle to overcome.
yeah, it absolutely can be. It's all about communication, right?
Yes,
And kind of
yes.
working through that.
Yes.
But I would say probably words of affirmation.
Oh, that's why we get along so well, because that's my favorite love language. Not the way to do it that I receive it, but this is how I show. Because you
Yeah.
probably can tell by the way that I'm like always like, oh, you guys are beautiful, whatever.
Yeah.
You guys are so great.
Dude.
Like, I'm a huge words of affirmation.
And that's something that I've kind of come to the conclusion of very recently, just because I don't even remember how long ago this was, right? It wasn't even technically like a words of affirmation thing, but I had someone, I think it was either a coworker or like a friend, ask me how I was doing, right? And I was not doing bad. Like, I was in a very good place mentally, physically, but I was in a good place, right? Like, I was not sad, upset, or something more clinical.
Yeah.
And I still almost broke down crying because it was like such a genuine way for someone to ask me how I was doing.
Yeah.
And whenever someone usually asks you, like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? Right? Super, like, blasé. It's whatever,
small
right?
talk.
It's like courtesy, right?
Right.
But the way that they asked me, I was like, oh, God, that something about that struck
That's
a
it.
chord.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think that, like, anytime that someone is willing to just be like, hey, man, I'm proud of you, even if it doesn't affect how I feel about myself. It hits, man. It really does hit.
I agree because I think it's like I think it's really effective, and of course, it's not effective to everybody. Not everybody wants to hear it, but like words of affirmation, I think is just huge. My favorite way to receive would definitely be quality time.
That's mine.
Because
Quality time, getting blowed.
yeah. But like literally, like we can just be sitting next to each other, not even talking. We don't have to do anything. Like I could be playing a video game or watching YouTube, whatever, and you're on your phone. And like me and my wife do that all the time. We just sit on the couch and she's on her phone, I'm watching videos or playing a game or whatever, and that was actually a huge thing that like took us a long time to get through, because I would always be like, you want to come watch me play a video game, right? And she hates video games, right? She absolutely abhors it. She thinks it's stupid and a waste of time.
Wow.
And, yeah, no, she hates it. So now she like obviously like we've gotten to the point where she's like, cool, enjoy your game, like have fun, blah blah blah, whatever.
Sure.
But like back in the day, she's like, why do you want me to like, why? Where it's not like we're talking or hanging out. And it's just like, like literally
It's
just
a presence thing.
It's just a presence. Absolutely.
It's that weird like back of your head, like you're there even if I don't need you.
Yep. And it's wonderful. That's huge for me.
I feel very similarly because I would say that's how we've kind of always hung out, Gage. Like even with Kyle, one of our other friends, shout out. We've always just been able to do whatever at any point. We haven't had to be doing something for us to enjoy each other's presence.
Right.
And I think that's why you and me and Wyatt get along so well as well.
Yep.
Is because it doesn't matter if we're just passing around a controller playing video games,
Yep.
or just chatting while someone's playing video
Yep.
games, or just sitting around just scrolling through our phones. You know,
Yeah.
it just feels good because we are like pack animals.
Yeah,
like
we
human
really
beings.
are. Humans are. Yeah.
And I try to keep my circle relatively small, especially nowadays. So to just have that like circle of people where you're like, this is my pack, this is the group of people that I really, really care about.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what we're doing. It's just really cool to see that we're all together in this crazy world. It feels better whenever I'm around these people.
I will also,
that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I'll also tell you what my wife's love language is, because I know 100% it's acts of service. She loves, like, when I do little things for her, when I just go out of my way to, like, and even, like, small shit, like, and, like, literally it's chores, you know what I mean? Like, just when I fold the clothes or take the trash out, or, like, go bring her, like, cause she's cold all the time, so I'll, like, bring her
Me
rice
too,
bags.
God.
Yeah, you need to get some rice bags.
Josh's wife. I know you don't like being named on the pod, but God, I understand.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
always fucking
Yeah.
freezing.
So like just little things like that, just doing little acts of service for her like goes so far.
Well, I think a lot of people don't realize how far that goes for people who
Yeah.
don't have that as their primary love language,
Yeah.
because everyone loves the little things, because
Yeah.
it's kind of like gift giving in the sense that you are taking some time to recognize the little things, So I completely understand, because
Oh,
I
me
would not
too.
say that it's my primary love language by any stretch, but it does just feel good. It's like, oh, hey, I did this for
See,
you. Just
and
tiny little thing. I'm like,
and see, it was really hard for me to understand, because like I was like, it is not my language at all. Like I don't care. Like it really like I said, just being around me, like, and maybe words of encouragement goes way further. But like when you do little things for me, like she'll give me like some water, or like she's really sweet. She fluffs my pillow every single night, and it's like it's super adorable, and I love it. And used to I was just like, okay, you know what I mean. But again, like, it's really important to have that conversation and really have that self-reflection on your guys' relationship, if you guys are in a relationship, to make sure that, because obviously when you're in a relationship, you love the other individual, right? Like you wouldn't be in that relationship if you didn't. It's really important to communicate that and communicate it in a way that is like receptive, from like to the other person.
Yeah, because we can definitely, even if we don't have, like I said, a primary love language that the other person that we are involved with has,
Yeah.
we can still absolutely take time to accommodate for that.
Yes.
And then before you know it, it'll be a bigger part of your life, and you might
Yeah.
appreciate it more.
And who knows, maybe that love language can be as simple as peeing on the other person.
yeah, that is the, I don't know how many love languages there are, but that's the
There's
newest one.
5.
That's the 6th one.
That's the 6th one. But
P.
Wyatt,
My
we
love
did,
language is P.
we didn't bring Wyatt in on this. So what's your love language? Do you
Technically,
know?
we didn't ask Gage either. He spurred on
just-
the conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we didn't ask him.
he's-
I don't think I have a particular one that I give, but mine is definitely just presence. Like,
Yeah,
what
it's
it's called.
quality time.
Quality time.
Yeah.
I just prefer people to be around if I am enjoying your presence.
Yeah, if I like you, just be around. Like, we don't have to do anything. And, like, yeah, man, like,
That's a huge thing too. Like
Would-
with me and Gage, once again, I'll bring it up just because I know how we operate. But straight up, we've always just had that dynamic where we can be in the same room together, and just because we've gotten along since we were literally like 1 year old, we just we have that
I don't
vibe.
even think it's like physical presence for me because I can talk to Kyle just about every day, and that's like something that
Or-
me and him are really close because we're constantly just communicating and
Right.
having interactions.
That makes
right.
total
And even
sense,
maybe
right?
just
Yeah.
sitting in Discord, right? Like, because I've done that with, like, my buddies and, like, other friends, right? Like, we'll be playing our own games, but we'll just be sitting in Discord and just kind of talking and hanging out, you know?
That's
It's
grown
the s-
on me
it's-
lately.
It's the same thing. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, but go
Is
ahead.
it weird to not have one that you prefer to give?
Well, so I think that I mean, no, I don't think it's weird, but I think it's actually almost like puts you in a more advantageous position because, right, like everybody's different, everybody receives different, and so like if you aren't really particular to one, you can identify the one that your partner wants, and then you can just cater to that more than the
Gotcha.
others. Because like me, right, like I'm a big words of affirmation guy. Like I'm always words of encouragement. I'm like, oh, you look beautiful, you're wonderful, you're amazing, whatever, you know. But my wife is like a real quiet individual and does not like, you know, that's why we don't say her name on the pod, right? She doesn't like to be like the center of attention or be like, you know. So like whenever I do that and I'm like, oh my God, look at this beautiful woman out in public, she's like, oh my God, shut up, like I'm gonna go run away. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So like again, like
It does allow you to cater to different people.
absolutely.
Okay.
Which is super
Absolutely.
nice.
Yeah.
Remaining flexible is always the best way to be.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Wyatt, what's your love language? What do you like to give? What do you like to receive? Besides
And-
blowjobs and blowjobs.
And you are also in a relationship, so if you know your girl's love language, that you might gain some brownie points tonight.
blowjob points.
So am I getting a brownie if I tell you both?
You're getting a blowjob.
Not from us. Maybe.
Maybe it depends.
Depends on how well you are at words of affirmation and quality time.
Yeah, so mine's definitely like quality time, but like if we're doing something. So like kind of the sitting around not doing anything kind of drives me nuts cuz I'm one of those people who's like tight schedule, I have to be doing something all the time.
We're trying to get you out of that.
I agree
Wyatt.
because I think it's really important to like schedule. Well, you shouldn't have to schedule it, but it's really important to take some time to not
Do
do anything.
nothing.
Like,
But it's also how
really
your brain
important.
works.
Yeah, that's true.
I know enough about you, Wyatt,
Yeah, me
especially
too.
after spending so much time with you over these past few months, that you are a very clinically ADHD person.
That's what I was gonna
yeah,
say.
and that is actually very good for our dynamic because you are someone that you're straight up so good at so many different things that Josh and I will probably never be good at.
It's incredible.
Yeah, like this is my
Absolutely.
words of affirmation to you, just so you know.
I would agree.
Because
I would agree.
like holy shit, some of the things that you can do, and you're like, oh yeah, this just makes sense to me. Like I'm like, fucking how?
Yeah,
You know?
I agree.
So, like we've already said this, we wouldn't be able to do this without you.
I was just about to say that. Like,
but now we love the fact that this is our quality time, right? We're trying to get you to the point where you can feel okay with doing nothing because you are so hyper productive, and I don't think you get enough credit for that. Because you're fucking dude, you do so much, and you still fit us into your schedule, bro. It's pretty
it
impressive.
means a lot to me.
It means a lot to us because it's an
Yes.
us.
Because it's an us thing.
It's an us thing, yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, not to derail you too much,
But
not
but
to rail you too much.
But to reiterate that, Wyatt, we love you.
I know you guys are the best.
We do love you. We couldn't do without you, man. So we
You're
want
getting
to.
me all emotional.
We always want to reiterate that. I always want to reiterate that, just because You're the fucking
You're the glue that holds this thing together.
you're the star on our Christmas tree.
Yeah.
So there is
You're the pea in my ocean. Okay, go ahead. Anyway.
You're the pea that is below my
Actually,
splash
I-
zone.
I swear I hate you guys, but love you at the same time. But here's the little catch to I want to be hyper productive all the time is I like to do nothing after a lot of productiveness. So like the other day, I didn't have class, and so I went and I did all the homework for another class.
Jesus.
And I got home and I'm like, I just want to sit around and do nothing.
Yep.
And that's what we did.
That's nice.
And then my girlfriend's is the same. It's quality time and then also acts of service.
yeah.
But her quality time is just like being close, like being physically close. And we have had scuffles about this because I'm sitting here like, okay, we've been cuddling for 5 hours. Let's
That's a
Go
real,
play
no,
soccer.
that's a real thing. That's like the stick figures cuddling, and then the
Yeah.
male's speech bubble is just like, dude, I just want to be playing PS5 right now. Like, for
No,
real.
and that's actually funny because while my language is quality time as well, I'm not a big cuddler. Like I can't. I'll cuddle for maybe 2 to 5 minutes.
Wow, that's like
Literally.
no time.
It literally is no time, and like my wife gives me a hard time for it. Because she's like, "Oh, I'm actually getting 2 minutes today." Like, "Oh,
wow.
good day."
That
But,
would be
like,
the
yeah.
first time in a while she's gotten 2 minutes, if you know what I'm saying.
wink.
Hey,
But yeah, no, it's a real thing because I have to be in a mood if I'm going to be that close to someone for a while. I also
Yeah.
think I just have poor circulation, so if someone's cuddling me, I'm like, my fucking arms asleep, bitch. Get off
dude,
me."
and see, I have such good circulation, and I think that's the reason why I don't like cuddling is because, dude, and so
You're like, my dick is hard again. God damn it.
God damn it. No, I get so fucking hot, bro. And like
That's real.
my wife is like obviously cold, right? And so she's like, give me the heat, right? Like, I'm gonna suck it, not in a good way, but like, you know what I mean? No blowjobs for me, no. But yeah, so she like sucks the heat off of me, but the problem is that she latches onto me and is like, "Oh, you're so warm," and then I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm literally sweating so bad right now."
Yeah, like
Like,
you're
oh my
able
God,
to
I'm
warm
so
her.
fucking hot.
Yeah, you're able to warm her and yourself still.
Like into an insane degree, like literally, because like I said, she's cold all the time, so she has her rice bags, she has multiple blankets on her side of the bed,
Dude.
and like literally, she will be like just completely covered and just enthralled in this cocoon of fucking like blankets and just heat. And then I'm just like, get this fucking sheet off me. I can't stand it. Like
Just
I'm too
drenched
hot.
in
Just
sweat.
absolutely, like literally, I could like have like we have our fan on and I have like no blankets on me at all, and I'm just still like,
I love that.
I'm dying.
I have the visual. I completely understand.
absolutely.
What were you going to say, Gage? You were pulling the
Yeah,
microphone
you look
over.
like you were gonna say something.
I was just gonna say that I'm a constantly cold human being too, so I know where she's coming from. That feeling of
Yeah.
because I have blood pressure problems, so my
Oh.
feet are always cold and they
Dude.
always get tingly, and
Yeah.
I'm like, motherfuckers, can you just be normal for 2 goddamn minutes? I want to kick my feet up.
Dude, that's real too.
That's fair.
To my knowledge, I don't have blood pressure problems, but I am fucking freezing all the time, and I hate it because I'm not a cuddler. But
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want to be warm. I
Yeah.
want to be warm.
I'm really glad that I don't have that problem.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it's like the flip side of a coin where you're gonna have problems. One
Either
way, or
way,
another.
it just
Yeah.
you're picking it. Yeah.
It's fine.
So I'm like crazy apparently because I have great circulation,
We
but my
know.
heart is like so slow.
No, that
That
means that
means-
you just have amazing you just have a
Cardio.
strong heart.
Yeah.
Cardio. You have a strong cardiovascular
Yeah. So
system, yeah.
I don't realize I'm cold until I crawl under blankets. And like so it happens a lot. I'm studying in the other room. My girlfriend goes and falls asleep on the bed or watching something, and I just walk up and I touch her, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I didn't realize I was so cold.
Wow,
How
that's
cold
interesting.
am I? And she always freaks out and she's like, "You're stealing my heat. Don't touch me."
That's
Dude.
funny.
You literally have like 6 beats per minute to your heart. It's pretty impressive.
Do you actually? I guess I've never noticed that.
Yeah,
Well,
Wyatt and I
obviously
have talked about
noticed.
this a bit. I don't know where you've been. You've probably just been fashionably late per usual.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
usually.
Wyatt and I have talked about his amazingly slow and powerful heartbeat. I don't know where this topic started, but yeah, this is the thing.
Well, he just brought it up.
Well, it's been a thing.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's been a thing. So
That's
like,
interesting.
my average heart rate when resting is between 45 and like 50, and
Dude.
then active is like 50 and 55.
Do you
somewhere in
work
that area.
out?
Dude, that heart could literally pump fucking diesel through a truck.
Holy shit! But like, wait, do you like work out? Like, do you exercise? Like, what the fuck?
Not a bit. It's
Like-
it's all hereditary.
So like, that's crazy.
I'm telling you, like, if you put his heart in the like root system of a tree, it could pump like 100 feet in the air.
That's
you know?
impressive as fuck because like you look at like the resting heart rate of like an Olympic athlete, like it's usually like in the 40s to 50s.
Yeah, I feel like we need to exploit this. Actually, we need to get you like in the
How?
gym, and then we can like train him to like be like a fucking Olympic swimmer or something.
Well, see, because you're also like a good height, like bro. If you got jacked, God, you already got a fat ass. So like,
holy shit,
dude,
big
like,
facts.
yeah, Wyatt's got a dumpy, bro.
literally. I ain't gay, but all I'm saying is that if I got the
Hey.
opportunity,
Face down, ass up, Wyatt. That's how I like you.
I hate whenever you have to leave, Wyatt, but I love watching you walk away.
Yes, just watch you leave, but that's okay.
Oh, it's the same diff. I said
I hate to
it.
see you go, but I love to watch you leave.
I love
Or
your ass,
I
Wyatt.
hate when you leave, but I love to watch you go.